we're at Glebe, we're always looking to change our practice and move forward. And so we have 9 years ago, we had a teacher, Tatao Fan, who got the ball rolling with grade 9 applied and bringing activities in. I continued that when I joined the school 8 years ago. And so we really focused on activity-based learning. And some of the things we did in a couple years ago and a year and a half ago. But it was 5 years ago that that we began this other chapter, which was this is really rearranging the course in a big way. And it started. I'd done this a little bit in my 3M classes, where I'd spend a week or two doing an overview of the course, and then we get into the units. And but we had a grade 10 applied teacher in crisis, as in, I can't do this anymore, give me a break, give it to somebody else. And so he and I sat down and we just threw everything out and started from scratch. And the throwing everything out and starting from scratch was, well, we actually spent a lot of time at lunch hours and we taught in the same room and we had this really great collaboration going. But what it allowed us to do is, in the first number of weeks, we just kind of played with stuff. And we developed concepts through play, and we didn't worry about marks, and we didn't worry about the algebra, and we just let it happen on its own. And then as the course progressed, we got deeper and deeper into it. And that's what we do now. So this is what our grade 9 course looks like. Well, did last semester, or maybe, probably did. Next semester, who knows? It'll change. But we essentially try to do the course 3 times. So three cycles within the spiral, and we just come back to these concepts, try to hit them at least 3 times in the course of the course. So, and this is a little bit special in that it is grade 9 academic and applied together in one classroom, with the green part in cycle 3 being something that we have to kind of be creative about, because we've got these 2 different ideas, part of the curriculum, happening between the applied and academic. But it gives you, and this is an important idea. And what happened is we started doing this, and we thought, oh, this is working great. And it just allowed for all kinds of things that we didn't anticipate. And one thing is we have an attendance problem in our school. And this helped smooth that over. Because if you could miss a week or 2, and it's okay, because we're coming back to this. And so that was a big thing. There were all kinds of things that allowed us to do. Kids could just, if they missed yesterday, we're doing an activity today, it's okay, we'll pick it up later. You missed a test, it's okay, we'll get you later. All these things that made things easier and better for us all. And the one thing we didn't anticipate, which was a huge surprise for us, is we had a whole lot more time in our course. We weren't spending there were no review days because we didn't need to. I mean, there were, the other part about it was, in terms of time, there was no end of the course trying to jam a unit in. It didn't happen. And so this, for me, has been the big, big change, that I'm no longer feeling rushed at all in any of my courses, because we do this in all our courses now, all the way up to calculus and vectors. So. Okay, and I'll just go through a little bit here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What's the kid's response been to the spiraling in terms of, okay, like you say, we're going to come back to it and pick it up later on.
Yeah.
Do they feel like lost, that there's no continuity, or is this so much easier for them to do?
There are a few students that want to follow along step by step by step, but they're the minority. And there's some anxiety for kids when you do this, but for most kids, it's liberating, because most of them are like, I don't understand this. The test is tomorrow. They're panicking, and it's like that. We take that away. Say, okay, well, and also, if you didn't show us the concept on an assessment, then there's another chance, and so you don't need to panic. So it takes all that pressure away from us and them, in that you got to learn this today because the test is tomorrow, and we don't have that anymore.
That's right. And in terms of actual reporting, when you get to midterm, I'm just wondering with the spiral approach, you're probably not going to met all the expectations for a particular strand or unit. So do you find it easier or harder?
With spiraling, we've hit it.
Okay.
We've hit everything.
Even by midterm, though, is what I meant. Okay. So you find it easier.
We could, if that student left us at midterm and spent the next 2 months in the hospital, they'd still get a credit because they have met every expectation. Not at a level 4, but so that is the beauty of that. There's all kinds of things we